folks, it's Simon here. Welcome back to the Hermit's Cave. So it's been a while, hasn't it? I know I did a very quick sort of impromptu walk with me video on the weekend, but with having a friend staying from Wales, I've not really had time to come on and work. When you work in education and September comes round, it's a very, very busy period. So I've not been on much, but I wanted to pop on this evening because today, and I've only kind of broke the seal on this, I've not opened it up, but today I've received a deck from the fabulous Christoph, Christoph James, who is a member of the Hermit's Cave and the creator of the Raincoast tarot. In fact, I've got a few copies here that I can show you. So I've got the Raincoast tarot. This is the borderless edition. This is my favorite edition. I absolutely love this deck. It's fantastic artwork. And also one of my favorite oracle decks that I use a lot is the Raincoast Oracle as well, also in a tin, and I think there's over 80 cards of this, but this is so different to the art style of the Raincoast, but they have these fantastic phrases at the bottom, and I've used this to death over the last few months that I've had this. And somebody who gets a reading from me, a friend who has a weekly reading from me, has or insists on having a kind of clarifier oracle pull at the end, and always wants the Raincoast Oracle. So this is the latest offering from our friend Christoph. Oh, and that's lovely, a little muslin bag here. I've got some tea that I want to drink as well before it goes cold. Oops, bashing my cup into my bell. So this one is called Raincoast Dreams. So we are keeping with the theme of Raincoast. And like the earlier decks, so there was the original and then there was the mini, we've gone back to having these beautiful two-part boxes, which is just lovely. I like tins, but I also like these type of boxes as well. And this box is quality, really good quality. So the website here is www.raincoasttarot.com. So do check out the shop. And it says an intuitive oracle deck based on the dreamscapes of Christoph James. And that's one. And I loved, he has posted a few photos within the Hermit's Cave, and the colours in this deck. Becca, if you're watching this, you will love this deck because you're all about beautiful colours, and there's some lovely colours here. So yeah, two-part box, nice and sturdy two-part box, really good quality actually. Oh, I love the backs. It's plain white again, really sturdy. On the back, we've got some of the images here. Raincoast Dreams by Christoph James, 2020, all rights reserved. So it's brand new. Look at those backs, I love it. And as always, we get the certificate of authenticity. I'm not sure if that was on. Let's just have a check. I'm not sure if that's a regular thing, because I've got a certificate of authenticity here. No, it's something that's been added. This is the certificate of authenticity for the Raincoast Oracle. And we have this dragonfly motif here on the Raincoast Dreams. So let's have a look. So it's very similar in terms of the other oracle deck, the Raincoast Oracle, with the beautiful kind of sometimes it's like an affirmation, sometimes it's a quote, but it's always thought-provoking. and cardstock is lovely, really good quality cardstock. But these colours are beautiful. I won't edge this deck because that's quite a nice white actually, and it really complements the backs. They are borderless, as you can see. And yeah, they do have this sort of ethereal, whimsical kind of feel and vibe to the cards. These are beautiful. It's almost like the colours are smudged, purposely so, you know. It's really sort of fluid and, like I say, ethereal. So here we have life is a balance of holding on and letting go. Oh, gorgeous. Wise men don't judge, they seek to understand. At this time, allow yourself to go with the flow. Meditate on the nature of impermanence. So yeah, sometimes there are instructions as well. I remember in the Raincoast Oracle, there was a quote. It's come up a few times for me, which it says, if the hand offends, remove the arm, or something like that. And it's come up a few times. So they are really thought-provoking as well. I don't know how he comes up with all these phrases and you know, affirmations, meanings. The day passes whenever you participate. The day passes whether you participate or not. That is true. You can't stop time. You either fill your days or you don't, but the day will still continue on. But don't you just love the colours, the fluidity? Meditation is a secular practice, not a religion. So true. Not engaging in ignorance is wisdom. That's beautiful. That's a really beautiful image. The Zen master dances without motion. Enjoy the fruit of several tables. Enlightenment is intimacy with all things. There's lots of kind of Buddhist references as well, which of course as a pagan Buddhist I appreciate. Walk in a stranger's footsteps and learn. Absolutely. The best victory is to conquer yourself. Don't curse the darkness, light a candle. Wow. Don't curse the darkness, light a candle. I love that. Accept love without question. A Zen master's life is one continuous mistake. Let go or be dragged. That gives, you know, it makes you think about the sort of cyclical nature of everything, you know. Let go or be dragged. The wheel is going to keep turning. Time doesn't wait, as we said earlier. Everything, you know, what goes around comes around, and will follow this cyclical motion, night following day, spring following winter, you know, and we have to be a part of it. And if we don't, you know, we get dragged along. So we have to let go and live our lives, and, you know, don't worry about change as it's coming. We just have to put ourselves in rhythm. We don't have to just hold on to something, wanting permanence of things that are impermanent. So it's about, yeah, let go or be dragged along. Just put yourself in rhythm and live your life. Don't hold on to things. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. The ultimate truth is beyond words or doctrines. When there is no desire, all things are at peace. The sage is a man who rids himself of his ego. So true. These are great for meditation. It's a great meditation tool as well. I mean, it is an oracle, you know, it's billed as an oracle deck, and it's billed as an intuitive oracle deck, which I totally agree. But I think this would be really good as well to, you know, sit with and pull a card and ponder its message and meditate on its message, because there is some deep and profound statements here. Respect an ancestor's wisdom. Take pleasure in the elimination of craving. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I've heard something similar to that before about mentor-disciple relationships. The quieter you become, the more you can hear. Yes. You know, have you ever really sat in a very quiet room and just listened? There is noise in silence, and it's all from within inside. There's like it's almost like you can hear the silence. But also, you know, the message of this card is when you're really quiet, then you go inward and you reflect, and you can really hear, you know, that sort of internal dialogue that you have. No snowflake ever falls in the wrong place. I've heard that phrase before. If you reach the mountains, keep climbing. I just think these colours are really beautiful. Only the present moment contains life. If you forget yourself, you become the universe. We are the universe. You know, we don't exist anywhere else. We are, you know, just a cog in a huge wheel. We all have our parts, but we're all part of the greater. Like and dislike is a disease of the mind. Next to love, balance is almost important. Sorry, next to love, balance is most important. That's one for you, Jen. Confuse with silence, amaze with actions. Yeah, it also reminds me of that phrase, you know, keep quiet and let everybody assume that you're stupid rather than open your mouth and prove them all right. Sometimes just being silent confuses people. But yeah, when we really take action, that's when we amaze. Tao in the world is like a river flowing to the sea. Life isn't as serious as the mind makes it out to be. We over worry, we overthink, and we overcomplicate everything. A mind of preconceived ideas is not an open mind. One thing, I know my friend Julie has a sight issue, and I think, you know, when phrases have got quite a lot of words, they do get smaller, as you can see against here. So it might be an issue for some people with sight issues. I love this though. Karma will serve you what you desire. Sorry, karma will serve you what you deserve. Not necessarily what you desire. One bad chapter doesn't mean your story is over. That's true. Confuse your enemy with forgiveness. That's such a hard one, but such an important one. Do not mix up what you think with what actually is. A skilled man can observe without evaluating. To live in the past is to be depressed. Be comfortable with not knowing. That's a hard one too, isn't it? I am somebody that has to know things, has to search things out. And when I don't know something or I can't work something out, I feel very frustrated and anxious. But, you know, sometimes, again, you know, the old adage, there are more questions than answers. We don't always have to know. I don't have to know how the light bulb lights up when I flick a switch. I just trust that it does, and I'm comfortable with that. Only those who fly can feel the earth. Bend with the wind and avoid breaking. Yes, do not live your life in the shadow of another. Being wronged is nothing once it's forgotten. Wow, that's a powerful image. Embrace your duality. Oh, I love that. I love the simplicity of this sketch and the beautiful colours. It's stunning. And it's like a horse here. Without balance, strife is inevitable. Be who you are, there is no one else. Or there was that other one, wasn't there? Be yourself, everybody else is taken. The mountains you carry are only for climbing. Do not try to steer the river. Remember the peacemakers, forget the generals. Smoke does not always signal fire. Silence is the most beautiful song you will sing. Love the colours of this one. I love purples anyway, but it's so beautiful. We are waves, but we are also the ocean. Wow, I love that. I often talk about how I view life and death and how we're interconnected with everything. And my analogy is always about an ocean, you know, the ocean being the everything, the all, and our lives, you know, rise up at the moment of birth like a wave, and then when we're done, we go back down into the ocean, whether that's a collective consciousness or, you know, back to the supreme soul, however you want to view it. So I love that. Awaken from your illusion of separateness. Yes, they go hand in hand. To free yourself, widen your circle of compassion. Pay attention to every creature you encounter. Oh, I love these. Create all living beings, celebrate all living beings. When all is lost, all is found. And the final one, the moon at my door. 'Tis what the thief left behind. Wow, I love it. So how many cards have we got? Let's have a count. Sixty cards here. So it's a nice number for an oracle deck. I love the fact that Christoph always does his oracle decks tarot size. So that's an exact size of a standard kind of US games tarot card. So they go lovely in, you know, when I have bags like this where I put an oracle and a tarot deck together, they go perfect like that. So yeah, this is really beautiful. I love the colors, really gorgeous. So thank you, Christoph, for sending me again one of your wonderful decks. I love them. I've never had a deck yet that I don't enjoy working with, and I know I'm going to enjoy working with this one too. I love everything about it. The backs, the cardstock, the fact they're borderless, the colours, the important and profound words, messages that they contain as well. So yeah, thank you for watching. Let's take a card, and we have being wronged is nothing once it's forgotten. Yes, that's true. We have to let it go. We will be wronged by people in life, and it is hard, as I said earlier, just to forgive and move on. But if we can, And people say forgive and forget, and it's easy to forgive, but it's harder to forget. But if we do forget it, we let it go, it no longer eats away at us. It no longer, makes us feel any sort of ill or resentment to the person who's wronged us. Then it's nothing. It becomes nothing. It's of no significance or importance because we've moved on. We've forgotten it. And, every person is worth more than their worst act. And that takes a lot, really, when you think about that with some of the atrocious acts that are committed. But every person is worth more than their worst act. So, people, not in every case, but in a lot of cases, people need the opportunity as well to be forgiven. And I'm not talking of some of the appalling atrocities and genocides and things like that, but, in our general day-to-day life, the people that we encounter on the whole. So, yeah, thank you again, Christoph. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I have had a couple of little bits. I've got a couple of things at the weekend. I've got Tarot Times on Saturday. Also doing an interview with Sandra from the Whispering Well. So a lot coming up, a lot happening. But thank you for watching. I hope you're all okay. I missed chatting to you recently, but I'll be back soon. And until then, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.